Hey everybody, here at the Asheville Marathon 2024, beautiful downtown Asheville. So I wasn't going to bring the camera and I changed my mind at the last minute, and so I want to talk about the training leading up to this. So I'm trying a brand new thing, which is based on the 9-mile marathon training plan by Marlies Kort, and so I checked that out. Signed up for a session, and I'm not going to tell you how much they wanted, but they wanted more than I was willing to spend for the coaching sessions for a whole year. And so I sort of cobbled together from the book. I bought her book. There's a lot of, if you search for 9-mile marathon on Google, you'll find all kinds of marketing materials and not a lot of information about the actual plan itself. So I cobbled it together. The principles seem to be, accumulated fatigue avoidance. So you only run 3 times a week. There's a strength training component. So what I was doing was running 3 times a week. 1 time a week doing a strength workout for a half hour, which was legs, core, and a little upper body. It's the first time I've done that consistently, and that's made a big difference. There's a diet component, so I cleaned up and have really cut down on sugar. I've cut down a little bit on afternoon corn chips and sort of switched over to nuts for the most part. And I started doing smoothies. So my favorite smoothie is a beet smoothie in the morning, particularly after a training run.
If you're looking for bag drop,
so that's beets, beet greens, protein powder, coconut milk, some water, banana, an orange or a mandarin orange, and some frozen blueberries. And man, that thing gets you going. So the 9-mile there's a 12-week, 13-week program. You start at 6 and 7 miles, the 3 times a week, move up to 7 and 8 miles, then 8 and 9 miles, and then 9 miles 3 times during the week. And that's it. And there's some speed workup, so high interval or high intensity interval training, HIIT training, and being an old guy, I do that every other week. So some speed work in there as well. And that's the program that I put together. So this is a test to see, and it's convenient, right? Like no long runs, no taking the whole day out of the weekend to do 18, 20 miles. We'll see if it works. So this is sort of a test run to see if this program is actually effective. But I feel pretty good. I feel rested. I'm not tired. Food is good. So we'll see. Check in later. Mile. Okay, first 5K down, 37:27, a little slower than anticipated. But the air is thin here, and I didn't account for that. So anyway, check in again at 10K. 10K down, I'm about 4 minutes off my pace, but that was some hills and thin air. And we're out of downtown now into the downhill part. For a while we got a couple, going back up, but time to run. 15K at White Duck Taco. See, last one, 7:18. So I'm off my pace, but it's all flat here. Let's see. 1:51 for 15. That's way off. So, first goal, don't get injured. Second goal, finish. Third goal, have fun. Fourth goal, PR, and fifth goal, probably out of reach, under 5. But we'll see. Maybe I can pick it up here now. It's flat. It's 20K. A little short of 2:30, 2:29. So it's going to be like a 2:36 half marathon. See if I can pick it up in the second half. See, I have not been able to keep my heart rate down. It's been 160. All right. Whoa, feeling good. 25K at 3:09 and change. I was hoping for, what was I hoping for? I don't even know. Math is hard. So check in again at 5K after this at 30K, 17 to go. And kind of the last big long section here. And talk to you soon. Oh yeah, I just saw Robert over there under the bridge waiting for me, which was nice. Took my picture. I bet I look fabulous, right? All right, somehow I passed 30 without realizing. But we're in the RV park now. And heading down to the end to the turnaround down there, and then we do another loop. So I'm gonna say it's about 19 miles right now, and I'm tired. So working on it. The watch says 35K and 4:40.
Nice job.
So yeah, 5 miles left, 4.5. Theoretically 7K. That's about 4.5. All right, see you at 40. Loop 1 of the endless loops. And look, the beauty of trail running at the end of a marathon. 40K says my watch. Looks like I'm going to end up with a sub 6. Man, this is a rough course. I think we're about 1950 in elevation right now. Started at 23. Just haven't been able to catch my breath, and my legs are starting to cramp. And you know, a couple miles to go. Maybe less than 2. So I'm gonna finish, but so far not injured, so goal number 1 is met. All right, some final thoughts on the Asheville 2024 marathon. Finished. Did not have a good time. 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 54 seconds. I was walking probably half the time for the last 10 miles. But in terms of training, nutrition, all that, I finished. The elevation and the lack of oxygen was probably the biggest factor in that time. Early on in the race, there were a bunch of hills, and I, was trying to keep pace with, at least the 5:15 pace group, and my heart rate got elevated, and it just never came down until I was walking most of the race at the end. But in terms of did the 9-mile marathon plan with strength workouts every week and better nutrition and every other week high intensity interval training. I finished. My legs felt good. I mean, I was cramping a little bit at the very end, but I felt prepared. My legs are sore now. It's a couple days later, but I was able to finish a marathon at age 61 with only doing nine miles and only running 3 times a week. So I would say that and at elevation. So I would say that counts as successful training. Um, so my my overall vote is thumbs up for 9-mile marathon training. From what again, from the beginning of this video, what I was able to cobble together from Marlies Kort's book and her videos. So thank you all for watching, and hope you learned something from this. And if you're using a similar approach, and the great thing about this is it's very low impact on life. Like I'm running these during the week, on weekends. I'm not blowing out my Sundays by running 18, 20 miles. I think if I were going to do a training block like this again, I might throw in a 15 and a 20 in there somewhere, but not every week. And so anyway, thanks a lot. See you next time.